Well, it's Wednesday afternoon. Let's light this candle. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday? Hump day. We're halfway through. Some of us, even a little more. I'm envious, but that's the way it is. Hope everybody's doing all right. Great to see everybody's name pop up. Cheyenne Judith is with us. Good to see your name. Glad you're with us. Shane Cessna first in the shop today. Shane, I hope you're doing all right. Look forward to seeing you again. And the case, that same case with so many folks. Jerry King and Donna would love to see y'all. We'll make sure that happens after the first of the year. It is the holidays. They are coming up. Fall has hit. Now, I'm speaking from one side of the planet, not the other. Y'all are warming up. Summer's a coming. I'm a little bit envious, but at the same time, I love fall. It's our time to shine, isn't it? Oh, and we always talk, get tucked in our shop on a cold winter night, got the heat going, got a good hot cup of coffee or cold beer, and we've got some good music on. If we're lucky enough to have spouse or kids or family or friends in the shop with us, we're not just making projects, we're making memories. We really are. That's one of my favorite things to do is get tucked in, little frost on the windows, right? It's a great time to work on leather. But like I say, on the other side, I'm always happy to see spring a coming too. Yeah, because I have thus donned the hoodie, right? Hoodie day has come and gone because it got cold here. Well, now I say cold. Everybody up north goes, well, because see, when I go to Ohio, they make fun of me because this is my winter clothing, right? We're in Georgia. I've got a couple of, actually, I've got 9 coats and I don't wear any of them. Right? At the beginning of the winter, I put one in the truck just in case. And then in the spring, I pull it out, right? Unused. But nonetheless, I'm glad everybody's with us. Let's talk some leather and some food. Leather. Let's stick with leather ribs. Anyway, glad everybody's with us. Did a quick look at the fan page this morning. 9,700 of us in our Leathercraft family. All the holidays are going to be tough. We got to do, yeah, like almost 10,000 gifts to make sure everybody's covered. Make sure we don't, exclude anybody from our gift list. We better start now. But also, I'm going to need your help on 2 different subjects coming up. We'll come back around to those. Big Band-Aid. I don't know if we can see that, but I will mention this. We have some extremely sharp scissors. Yeah. Guess what product of the week is? Because I can tell you, these are sharp, but they are great scissors. We'll come back to the product of the week. Got some fun stuff to talk about, I hope. But today kind of looks a little slim on my samples table over here. So everybody's going to have to kind of pitch in and help us carry this. But also got a video I'm working on. I'm going to need y'all's help. But also, like I said, holidays are coming. Um, Jill and I would typically will pick some project and something we can make a lot of for family and friends and coworkers and neighbors and extended family. Uh, we haven't gotten there yet. Well, now it's still a little early. See, what I'm going to say is when we get a week from Christmas, yeah, well, it's still a little early, right? Yeah, no, at that point, it's not still a little early. Um, who works on gifts Christmas Eve, right? See, that's how I learned to wet form wet with dye and not water. It's a little bit of a mess, but it works, right? If you owe a gift tomorrow, you've got to wet form it tonight and don't have 24 hours for that to dry. Dye will work nicely. Now, black, no issue. Always works. The browns, reds, greens, blues, not really the case. Those don't go as well as I would like if we wet form wet with dye on those. But nonetheless, we got, like I said, it's our time to shine. And what a great craft, right? We enjoy making the craft. We enjoy giving the craft away to people. People love getting the craft. I love making something for somebody. I mean, we'll make a bunch, maybe 18 or 20 different things, not different things, or 18 or 20 of whatever we choose. So I can't really say any one of those. I'm working on this for this specific person, but I know all the people we're doing these for. So that kind of fills in. That kind of helps, right? And that's a big part of the joy of making the projects is knowing who we're going to give these to. And while I'm making these, and you're probably the same way, I'm thinking, oh, I need to tell them I hand sewed this, and oh, I used the airbrush on this, or I dyed this a certain way. Of course, when we give the gift, I don't ever remember to mention any of that, right? That's done and gone, but the joy that people get from receiving our crafts, worth its weight in gold. Absolutely worth its weight in gold. So everybody, it's good to see Billy Blaze, North Texas, I believe. Yeah, Billy, I hope you're doing all right. Um, Shane, as always, good to see your name pop up. Lane from London is with us. Big hello, right back across the pond. Lane, I hope you're doing all right. Sure wish I could meet you face to face, and Chris, and it's a whole bunch of folks I would love to meet face to face. We started doing this kind of during COVID, we were all stuck in our house. And I heard a great or saw something online. It was a great quote. Said, now that I've lived through a plague, I understand why all the Renaissance paintings are of fat, naked people laying on sofas. I get that now. But anyway, we started this so we could kind of all connect, and it kind of snowballed from there. We didn't expect it to go worldwide. So happy that's happened. We see names from countries all over the world. The point there, as leather crafters, we've got friends in almost every country on this planet. Now, I think every country, but some we don't hear from, probably, number of different reasons, but nonetheless, they're still friends. And if you haven't commented, jump in. Please jump in. Great people. You'll see the leathercraft community is some of the friendliest, finest people I've ever met. And it's my pleasure to be a part of it. It really is. I miss running a retail store because I had that day to day, face to face interaction with anybody that walked in the door. And I think that was a big part of my happiness during that period. I really think it was. Had a great store, had a great crew, and great customers, and a great product. What else could you ask for in a job, right? It was long hours, 6 days a week. I'd leave at 7. I'd get home at 7 or 8. Loved every minute of it. I have to say that. But nonetheless, the point here, leather crafters are just great people to be around. Just fun. Absolutely kind, friendly, happy people. It's the glue. We breathe a lot of glue, right? Yeah. And dye. It's a toss up, right? Between glue, dye, top coats, whatever else is in the shop. I'll see a stain or something on my floor, and I'm like, is that dye? Is it top coat? Is it white glue? Is it contact cement? Oh, who gives a crap? Let's just keep moving, right? Okay. Here's one I got to bring up because I just happened to glance at this just yesterday, and I thought, this is a good subject for the live because I want to see if I'm alone on this or if other people do this. Here's what I'm talking about. So I have these little piles, if we can see that, of debris all over my shop, but typically next to my quartz, my marble, because, okay, evidently, go walking 6 feet to put one half of a Chicago screw away in the organizer, it's simply more than I can handle, right? Yeah, right. So all these little things end up in this little nondescript pile of stuff, pile of crap, right? So, well, but in our defense, right? I'm not gonna get up, stop what I'm working on, get up, grab one little spot, walk all the way over my organ, find which size, which finish, which length of time, drop that one little spot in that. Okay, and then again in our defense, let's multiply that by like 30. Okay. Is this just me or does everybody do this? Or is everybody organized to the point where nobody does this? Okay, well, let's take a look at this because okay, one of 4 pieces to a snap set. Yeah, that's gonna be a big help. I've got 1 Chicago screw, nickel, and then I've got 1 Chicago screw, antique brass. That's gonna be a big help. How about my 1 brass quarter-inch spot? Yeah, that's right. So I'm just not gonna go to the trouble because now I have to go over to all my organizers and pick a which one goes where. So I don't actually have an answer to this, but upon further consideration, I think I know what the problem is here. Okay. Larger, more expensive, less common pieces in my shop, like say boot hooks. Those I will go to the trouble to find the organizer that it goes in and politely deposit in said organizer, right? All this other crap. I don't care. I got a washer. What? I don't even know where that goes. Jump ring, 1. That's gonna be a big help in the future. Let's don't lose that, okay? Oh, here's a winner, okay? That is a broken revolving punch tube. I need to keep that. I don't know why. In my mind, somewhere in the future, this bright, wide future, I'm gonna need that. I don't know why. It'll come to me, but I can't throw that away. I don't know why. Oh, look, half of a grommet. So anyway, oh, 1 bead, that's gonna be a big help. Oh, 1 part of a Sigma snap. Yeah. Does anybody do that or is that just me? Is that right? Oh, I just dropped one. Oh, good. One less problem to worry about. That's I'll find it later when I step on it. Um, which doesn't do a lot of good to rivet posts, right? Yeah. Have you ever stepped on a spot in your shop because, oh, these little culprits, because they're round, right? So when you step on them, they right themselves and they go right in your shoe. Everywhere you step, it sounds like you've got tap shoes on, right? Until we finally have had enough, sit down, remove said spot, right? And then go on about our business. But that's also actually a quick way to find stuff is to walk around your shop. Um, there's rivet caps. And we talked about this before. You're on a project, you have one rivet left, no cap. That's right. Who planned this operation to begin with? Yeah. So we're under our table looking around for just one medium nickel double cap. We'll find everything but, oh, I found antique nickel, antique copper, brass. Yeah, no. So anyway, I guess what I'm getting at is simple organization might help us in our shop, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk that. And another problem, um, oh, look at the comments just flying through. Well, I just useless info just everywhere, everywhere. I'll back up over here, but the one point I was going to make is, um, love a big shop. Oh gosh, I'm so behind. Love a big shop. And I mean, when I was working on my breakfast room table in our breakfast room, you got to pull everything out when you're working on. You got to tuck everything away because we're gonna eat dinner, right? It's not really your shop, right? We all dream of that big shop where we have ample room. We have cutting tape that aren't full of crap. Yeah, put that one away. That ain't gonna happen. Tables breed crap. It is the way it is. It is the way it is. Anyway, the point is the bigger shop, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. I mean, okay, first off, never gonna have enough table space. It doesn't matter. I think I've added this up. I've got 65 feet of table space. Yeah, 64 feet of it have crap on it. Okay. Not really, but right. Okay. If I ever get to this point, it's gotten to, I hesitate to clean my shop as I look around. It's not bad, but it's like a 2-day event to clean my shop now. It's gotten so big, it's a 2-day event, and I just don't. I'll come in full of it, man. Just I'm gonna clean my shop, I'm gonna organize it, and like 2 hours later, I've cleaned one table off. Right. At that point, oh, screw it. Let's make something. Right. Yeah. So it kind of doesn't about twice a year, it gets a gutting. We have a reckoning here, right? But take all the shop mats out, hose them off, vacuum every crap. So my shop is as it is. I could clean it, but then I would bitch for 2 weeks because I can't find anything, right? Does anybody are all of our tools in a pile on the right or left side of our work table, depending on if we're right or left-handed? Yeah, the pile-o. Yeah, right. If you can't find it in there, move on. Right. Let's move on with our life. Anyway, that's enough of that. Um, but we're going to talk some leather. Let's talk some leather. Let's trade some ideas. Everybody jump in. You got good questions. You got good answers. You got good comments. You got something funny that's happened. Oh, we'll talk about that, or maybe we won't. That was, we get right. We don't, luckily, now, unlike the woodworkers and the metal workers, we don't really get a lot of bad wounds because we're doing most everything by hand. I mean, if you're using clickers and the bigger sewing machines, I don't know that I've ever talked to somebody that hasn't sewn their finger. Now, I'm talking not I haven't, knock on wood. The bigger machines, you can sew a finger, and I don't know if I've ever talked to one of the people that work consistently on the bigger machines that hasn't sewn a finger. Oh, the rotary cutters. Oh, love them for chromes. It's a great tool. I think if I've seen the worst wounds I've seen in hell, I bit my finger. The worst wounds I've seen in leathercraft are from the rotary cutters. Yeah, I don't really use one because I don't work on a lot of chrome. Actually, I do, but again, I tend to use my box knife, new blade, sharp blade every time on those, and that leather just separates like butter, right? It just separates. I'm scared to use the rotary cutter. I really am because I'm gonna clip something off that I need, and I'm not. You can tape it back on, that's not a good answer, right? I mean, tape a piece back on and we get to keep moving, right? On the eventually, we've got to have something taken care of. Right? Anyway, I'm just rolling here. Just the funny things that happen in our shop and sometimes not funny. Yeah, I'll tell you about that one. Um, Leslie Rawson is with us. Leslie, good to see your name pop up. Come on in, make yourself at home. You are amongst good people, and I'm glad you're here. Let's see, Blue Rose Lion. Oh, well, bless your heart. Remember to hit the like button. Thank you for that. Y'all are the ones that make this. I can just sit here and talk. Yeah. Yeah, it's not hard to get me to talk about leather. The trick's getting me to shut up. Get right. Who else is like that, right? Love our craft. That's good. That's good. Anyway, Thomas Beckett. Oh, sunny Saskatoon. I hope it's sunny. I hope it's y'all probably getting a good bite of winter thus far, already moving in because it's already snowing up there and we're still, I think it's gonna be like 78 or 80 today. Um, I know I'm looking for my phone, which I need to put down. I need to put that down. It's become too much of a distraction in my world. Having trouble motivating myself to do things. Projects, no problem, man. We fall into those, right? How soon can I start? Right? Cleaning up the outside yard, the flower beds, yeah, that one gets pushed down the list behind saddlebags, right? I'll get to that after I finish this project. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's see who else is with us today, y'all. Bridget Benson. Bridget, thanks for always posting very cool historical items on the fan page. Also, let me mention that the fan page, for anybody that's new, Facebook, Chuck Dorsett fan page, you got to look. We do a shout out to some of the projects on the fan page. You'll be blown away. I am. There are things on there that I aspire to, but I don't know if I'll ever be that good at any given subject in leathercraft. I almost feel like I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. Well, I can't honestly say that because there are folks that just that make holsters. That's all they make, and they're good at it. And they have their own chat and page, and I can make a nice holster. I absolutely can, and I can go all out on it. But it's not my absolute specialty. I'm kind of more of the mentality of it's hard to put in words, but let's see what else we can make with leather, right? What other project can we make out of leather? So let's toss this in there right now because y'all kind of think about it. Okay. Um, Christmas gifts or holiday gifts. Gift giving season is coming up, but it's gift giving season all year round because we all have birthdays and weddings and things like this, right? We always have gifts that need to be made, right? Um, but a big one is the holiday season. Christmas is coming up. My wife and I have not come up with our project for this year. Now, it's a little bit early. It's just the beginning of November. Not really anymore. We're well into November. See, the week before Christmas, I'm going to say, well, it's still a little early. I haven't just, it's still, no, we need to get started on this sooner. And I'll notice, a lot of folks will say, hey, I started on my Christmas gifts or my holiday gifts already. I'm like, wow, that's nice discipline. Starting way out here. Excellent. So where I'm going with this is anybody that's got a good idea something unique, something out of the ordinary, that would make a good Christmas gift, drop it in. Drop it in. I'll look at all of these before the next live or most likely later this afternoon when I have time to sit down and look at all of these. But we've got some parameters here because, um, okay, so gifts for spouse, close family, best friends. Um, we can do whatever we want there because we're probably only going to make one for that specific person, right? But there's all these outliers, um, coworkers, neighbors, extended family, acquaintances that you would love to just give something to, the thought counts and all that. Um, so we need a project that we can make a dozen, maybe dozen and a half relatively quickly, um, that are somewhat uniform, but at the same time can be totally unique, right? Each one, we can paint each one differently or foil stamp or maybe just a little bit of a different stamp pattern, just something to make it a little bit unique. Um, so again, like that, we've got some parameters on this, which can kind of narrow the field down, but there's so many great ideas out there. I mean, there's literally thousands of things we can make out of leather from absolutely extravagant down to again, something we can kind of make mass quantities. Um, all the way down to a keychain, which we have a video on. Um, it's the thought that counts. I mean, it really is. But also something like a keychain, we all have keys. We all have cell phones. We all need cell phone cases. We all wear belts, purse, bag. We can all use pouches, right? Card wallets, sheaths. There's so many standard projects that we all make. We all make regularly. But I'm trying to find something unique, some kind of out of left field that we wouldn't normally think about without that fits all these parameters. So, if anybody's got a good idea, there's also a little bit of the worry that the people that are going to get these gifts are going to see this. I don't think they are. I don't think they're going to see this, or the fan page, because every year we all do that. Yeah, I'm really proud of this project, but it's a gift. So don't anybody say, right? I think we're okay on that point because a lot of families and friends, they're not going to check the fan page. They're not going to be on the live. So I kind of think we're in a little bit of a bubble where we can easily and openly trade gift ideas without giving it away, right? Without letting the cat out of the bag. So anybody, um, drop in maybe something that would be a great gift idea because we all can benefit from every comment, every question, every answer here. We all get that knowledge. And y'all, drop it in. If you got something you think, oh, that's stupid. No, it's not. And on the fan page, oh, I just made this project. I'm new to leathercraft. It doesn't really, I mean, I see all these tools that, no, drop it in. You'll see. Drop it in. Please drop it in. At my request, drop it in. You'll see. Post it. You're going to get some great comments and you're immediately going to feel good about your project. Whether it's your absolutely first and it's not the best project in the world, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's always something on that project that even the most professional, the pros, can love and kind of say, "Ooh, this is great." Well, now maybe you can go in this direction. You're on your way. You are on your way. So don't feel that way. And if you're new here to the live, jump in and at the very least, say hello. And you'll get a bunch of hellos back. Because, like I said, great people here. Okay. I'm just rolling, man. I noticed Carrie. What are you at? Carrie, I'll have to go all the way back here. It's 560 or 635 days. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, 649. Carrie's got 649 days, no caffeine, or caffeine. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Anyway, um, what are you like 2 months short of 2 years? 730? Carrie. I mean, Carrie, at this point, you got to be to a place where you're like, yeah, I don't even think about it anymore. I would hope so, because I got a few bad habits that I really need to ditch. And yeah, New Year's coming up, right? So it gives us like a restart. Yeah, right? Okay. New Year's resolutions. Yeah, right. I saw somebody say, I wish my resolutions would last longer than my hangover. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Um, all the names, y'all. It is so Charles Scott is with us. Hey, right back to you, Charles. It's a good name, isn't it? Yeah, glad you're with us. Absolutely glad you're with us. Uncle, Mama, Bobby, Susie. Hey, right back. I already struggled with that one a little, but you know what? I see it immediately. So good name there. Uh Carrie's always got a good joke for us. We got the best craft in the world. Let's put a big smile on it. That's exactly right, Carrie. Thank you. Ralph Morrow is with us. Hi, Ralph. Hi, Ralph. Back from everyone. Thank you so much, Ralph, for being here. Scott Robinson. Hello, Chuck and y'all. How you doing? Glad to have you with us. Stuart Walters. Um, yeah, happy Wednesday. That's exactly right. So we're on the East Coast, US. So, not much afternoon, but kind of as you moved eastward, I'm a little envious because y'all are well past hump day. Some of y'all are actually already into Thursday, which is nice, or Thursday or Friday Junior. Yeah, right. I don't know if I told y'all this. Um, Sometime back, and you might remember this, but has anybody done this? Okay, so I got up Monday morning to got to go to work. you know? So I got up and I made the coffee and got to my shop, sat down at my computer, and I'm just working along. Man, I'm getting so much done. It's quiet morning, good. Typing emails to a bunch of different people, getting work done, getting some video shot, get some video edit. I'm on it. This ain't like your regular Monday, right? I don't know what's going on. So I'm just jamming along, working hard. About 11 o'clock, um, nobody has emailed me back. How rude. That- I'm thinking, well, maybe it's not rude, but if it's Monday, everybody's busy, everybody's got something going on, right? So at noon, I'm like, yeah, let's go eat. So I go upstairs and my wife's in the kitchen. I say, oh, you know what? I need to run to the bank today. She says that they're closed today. And I'm thinking, my first thought was, um, what crazy holiday is it now that I didn't even hear about, right? I said, well, why would the bank be closed today? She says, because it's Sunday. Oh, you're kidding me. I was so mentally set on the fact that it was Monday. It took me 2 hours to kind of finally settle on the fact that it's not Monday, it's Sunday. The worst part, I had two freaking Mondays that week. Anyway, okay. Has anybody done that? No, Chuck, you're the only one. That's the answer I'm hoping to hear. Oh, good. Let's see. Let's see. That Thomas Beckett. There we go. Well, Thomas, first off, glad you're with us. Just a tip. I use round elastic cord on lacing your arm bracers so they slide on and don't need to be awkward. It's always a problem. You're exactly right. Um, Thomas, that's a good tip. Absolutely. Thanks for bringing that up. Um, let's see. Cade Watkins. Chuck, how do you dilute dye? I don't typically dilute my dyes. Mainly, and it's a good question. Very good question. I'm glad you brought it up. We have a dye thinner, Fibings dye thinner that works. Absolutely. I don't typically thin because it doesn't change the color. Like when I first started in leather, I tried to thin a few dyes thinking it would make the light brown a little lighter or the walnut a little lighter. It doesn't. It just makes it's just less dye stuff in the mix. Same color, just a little bit less dye. So basically you have a stain, um, which is beautiful. And I can't honestly tell you why I don't typically use stains. I think they're just not in my wheelhouse. They're not on my shelf. They're not on my shelf. I'm so set with dyes. I mean, I use Pro Dye, end of story, walk away, drop the mic. We're done here, right? But we sell a dye thinner, works very nicely. You can pull that color back a little bit. You won't change it, but you'll pull it back a little bit, which to me actually is a nice touch because with the range marks and natural blemishes on the leather, it looks more like leather to me, actually, more like the natural leather than say black is beautiful. I love the black, a nice rich black. Um, but you kind of lose those range marks, and those natural blemishes, you kind of lose those. But nonetheless, Cade, great question, and thanks for bringing it up. Yeah, look at our website, Weaver. We've got thinners. So, see if that helps you out. There's another way to go, but I work for Weaver, and we need to sell things to stay in business, right? And I need to right so I can keep that paycheck coming, stay employed. Um, but I will mention this: ethyl alcohol. We can find this typically at the pharmacies. That's what I've used in the past. Now that I'm Weaver, now that I know the guys at Fivings and I talk to them from time to time, I think it's a little better match if you go with exactly what they say thin with. But in all honesty, the ethyl has always worked for me. We actually did a video on the different types of alcohol. Uh, I just for some reason thinking way back. Somewhere I saw on a dye bottle that the carrier was ethyl alcohol, and that's just always stuck in my mind. Odd, nothing much else sticks in my mind, but that detail I remember. Damn right. Right. Every time I learn something, something gets kicked out. Forgot my phone number this morning. Anyway, uh, oh, Guy Talbert. Arrgh, I saw that. And then I saw, got to go to the dentist. Guy, good luck with that. I hope it's a routine, just cleaning, or I hope it's a routine, and I hope you get a good report from the dentist. Guy, I'm sorry about that. Keep us up to date. Hope everything goes well. Um, I don't hate dentists. I had one of the best dentists ever. Love that gas. Oh, baby. Yeah. Breathe that stuff so hard the little alarm goes off and they have to turn it back. Yeah. Let's don't open that old chestnut. Right. Right. So they actually charged me more for the nitrous because I'm a pig with it. Anyway. Um, excuse me. There we go. Uh, Brian Moreland is with us. Brian, glad to see your name pop up. Very cool. Jan Nagel. Jan, good to see your name as well. Got a comment on your project that you posted on the fan page. We'll do some shout outs to the fan page, folks, here in just a little bit as we watch that clock just fly by because, again, I don't know if I've had too much caffeine today or not. I don't know. I just love the lives. We're lone wolves, and I've said that before because we don't usually get together in groups. Now there are leather guilds and there are shows but they're kind of few and far between. We tend to work by ourselves quite a bit, and I'm the same way. Now my wife will come down and work a little bit. Got a friend or two that once in a while will come over and make something, but for the most part, we're kind of lone wolves. So it's nice to be able to get together with other people that speak our language, right? Not that it's terribly different, but I will say this. Our spouse, they sometimes have to talk to us in our language. Great example. I've mentioned this before, but for the new folks, it's a great, funny example. Um, One night I was doing burgers on the grill, and my wife said she's going to cook French fries, in the skillet. So she said, "Can you cut up 4 or 5 potatoes?" I'm like, "Oh, sure." So I peeled them, and I'm ready to start cutting. And I said, "Baby, what size fries do you want?" She says, "Oh, just go with the normal size." The hell is the normal size of French fry, right? So after a second or two, she turned around and she says, "I want 3/8 by 3/8." There we go. Every French fry in that pot was perfect. 3/8 by 3/8. It almost looked like I got my square out to cut them, right? So once in a while, spouses, they need to talk to us in our language. Yeah, but that's part of the fun here. We get to talk to each other in our language and we know what we're talking about, right? Yeah, we know what we're talking about. So anyway, Creative Tree is with us, made it in. Hello, Chuck. Hello, right back to Creative Tree. Glad it's great to see everybody's name. And the new folks, y'all come on in. Love to see new names pop up. Let me say this right now because I hate it, but I can't say hello to everybody. Y'all, I mean, thank you. It's job security for me, but I do hate it that I can't say hello back to everybody one at a time. I just hate that, but please forgive me for that. It's just not possible. Um, Jeremy Johnson, a little late, but I made it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Let's see, Philip Martin. Hello, right back to you, Philip. Let's see, Jim Jenkins. Yeah. Northern Illinois, bet you're getting a little bite of winter up there. Yeah. Your leaves are probably done and gone. Ours are changing now. Um, Sort of getting to the butt end of them changing, but uh boy, it's sure pretty for a little while, isn't it? I love the fall. It's cooling off for us. Yeah, down here in the South, that's a big point. It's cooling off for us. But again, y'all on the other side of the planet, it's warming up. Again, I'm a bit envious. Yeah. I don't know which I don't know which is my favorite season now. It's always been the fall because I've always lived in the South, and it's so nice for things to start to cool off. But then you got the holidays coming up, right? Um, I think spring is giving it a run for its money because I'm freaking tired of winter by that point. I'm ready to throw on some flip flops, some shorts, and a t shirt. Yeah, man, right? Go swimming, do some canoeing. Oh, we got the Ocoee River nearby. Go what? Oh, see, I shouldn't do this to myself at the beginning of winter. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. Anyway, okay. Let's see Ernie Murphy. Ah, where it's sunny and breezy, 83. No kidding. Yeah, let's just love these days because they're going away. They're going away. It's gonna be cold here soon. Uh, let's see, Billy Blaze, give me cold any day of the week after months of 110 plus. See, I'm done. Billy, I'm with you on that one. With you on that one. You're exactly right. Oh, it's those days in the South, particularly when you come out of work at the end of the day or out of the mall or a store, you open that car door and it's like your cornea is just seared to your eyeballs because it's oh, you can't touch your steering. My wife's got a Mustang. Cool, great car. It's an '08 Mustang. It's the Bullet, right? 5 speed, love it. It's a metal ball on the five. You can't shift. You have to grab something in the car to be able to shift the car when it's like that. I don't miss those days by any means. Um, let's see, Bob the Beard. Bob, I'm glad you're with us. Very cool. Hello from Northumberland, UK. Northumberland is represented with us. Glad you're with us. Very cool. Come on in and make yourself at home. You are quite welcome amongst this great group of people. Rick is with us. Well, now that one surprises me. Hello from sunny Seattle. Is that a rarity for y'all, or do we just get a lot of hype that you know, that it rains a lot? And it may. So a sunny day is quite welcome. Absolutely. Um, I hope that's the case. I hope it's a nice sunny day and it makes you feel good. Have a little sun on your face. Oh man. Um, let's see, Ben. Good evening from the Netherlands, all. Ben, good evening right back to you. Glad to have you with us. Y'all, I'm so happy to see so many new names. I hope it's worth it. I hope it's worth your time. I hope it's enjoyable. We do some like product of the week. We do craft fails, uh, stuff to make it fun because we got the best craft ever. And that's not biased. That's simply a fact. I researched it. We have the best craft ever. It's scientific fact. Einstein, I think, now don't hold me to that, but I think Albert mentioned that somewhere in his theorems. Don't hold me to that. I think so. Anyway, but y'all, it's great to see everybody's name. Chris Gould is with us. Chris, good to see your name. Hope you're feeling better. And I hope Elise is doing well as well. Night for today. Uh, well, okay, night for today. Let's see. Let's see. Boring shop time. The last few days, instead of making leather products, I'm making a website to sell stuff. It may be tedious, but worth every minute. It absolutely is worth every minute, Joshua. Good luck with you. Good luck with you on that one. Um, let's see. Jose, I'm first off, I'm glad you're with us, Jose, but I can't comment on your comment, right? Because um that's not my company. Yeah, great people. Well, everybody in Leathercraft, we all know each other. We all love each other's equipment, you know. Well, that sounded weird, doesn't it? Right? Anyway, leathers, we all know each other. It's a pretty tight-knit group where everybody's welcome. Absolutely. Um, but we all know each other. Um, so I'm not gonna comment on their products. They're great. I'm not gonna comment on them though. Weaver. The Weaver's where we need to be looking for equipment, right? help keep me employed. So, but anyway, Jose, jump in because you'll definitely get some good advice, good opinions from other people. I can't comment, but y'all certainly can. So help Jose out. Um, let's see what else we got. Let's see, Stitch Dog Leather Company. Very cool. Glad you're with us. Very nice. Just love seeing all these new names pop up. Mark Morris. Hello from Baytown, Texas. Mark, I've spent some time in Baytown. Great place. Good food. Good food right on the coast there. Oh, man. Yeah. Good luck to you in Baytown. It's a great place to be. And I'm glad you're with us, too. I grew up in East Texas. I grew up in East Texas. So, Jan, now I'm going to have to disagree. Okay, friend of mine has a shop. He told me today to make some stuff he could sell there for me. Business just walked in the door. How cool is that? Now, last sentence on Jan's post, I'm not that good yet. I disagree, Jan. I fully disagree. I've seen some of your work. Jump on it. Absolutely jump on it. See what happens. See what happens there. That is great. And two, uh, it's a good point about shows. Doing your shows. I know we're kind of going a different direction there, a little bit of a rough segue, but something that really needs, I really want to bring this up because a lot of us do these little shows, craft fairs. This is the most important thing I can mention about a fair. Crap, I've done hundreds of shows. We're not there to sell our product. That doesn't sound right. The point of being at a show or a craft fair or an art show is not to sell the product there, but it's to show people what we make, meet us, get a feel for our personality, get a feel for our passion for our projects or product, and then they're going to look at our website and buy through us. We're looking for recurring business through the year and not the business that we do that weekend. It's hard to do. Now, I'm not any different because it's hard to think that way when you do a little craft fair and you come home with 500, 800,000, 15, $2,000, you come home with cash in your pocket. That kind of pushes away that recurring business thought. But that's the reason we do shows is not the sales we make at the show. It's the recurring sales that we bring to our business by meeting people at the fair or the show. That's the biggest point. I can't stress that enough. But the first one, without sin to cast a stone there, raise your hand. Can't raise my hand on that one. Because when you walk away from a fair, you've got a handful of some money. Through the weekend, you've talked to people that love your work, love your products, love you because of your passion, your personality. It's hard to keep that in mind. But again, I say that the point is not the sales we make at the show, it's the sales for the rest of the year, the recurring sales. That's what we're looking for. Get people to come to our websites or our YouTube channels, right? So anyway, I wanted to bring that up because I see a lot of folks that, mention doing craft fairs and shows. A lot of times people are a little disappointed in their sales. Okay. Don't be. Because I've seen this time and time again. And again, I'm one of those people that it's hard for me to keep this in mind, but it's a valid point. I've seen this. I've heard this from other people with good experience at shows. Your first year is not your best sales. Your second time to do that show is when you really start to see the sales multiply. And it's all psychology. Yeah, right. Put pneumonia, put pneumatic. Anyway, hey, can we just drop that P? It ain't working for us. Anyway, when folks see us for a second time, now it's not that they think we're fly by night doing one show by any means. No. But when they see us again, we have more credence, right? We're there again. Very likely they thought about us once or twice over the year. They saw a product they wanted to buy. They didn't. And think, I wish I'd bought that, which we do all the time. And my opinion there is buy it when you see it, because when you want it and you try to find it, you'll never see it again. It's happened to me so many times. The point is, look to that show the second time. That's when you're going to start making some money because now people are familiar with you. They know your work. They've seen you before. You're stable. You're sturdy. Anyway, That's one of the points. If you do a little craft fair and you're not that happy with the outcome, stick with it, just like our first project. Maybe we're not as happy as we would like to be with that first project. Stick with it. Stick with it. The second one's going to be better. Yeah. Ooh, good segue there, right? Okay. I'm just rattling on today. 3:45. I haven't even mentioned this. We've got to 3:45 that fast. I still have pages of notes here. Okay. We're not doing a giveaway. Wow, Chuck, you're just now bringing that up? Yeah, we've met. Yeah, we've met. Anyway, okay, so not good news this week. We're not doing a giveaway this week, but talk to the big boss. The big boss has given us the okay to double the budget for what we like to give away. We try to keep things our cost in a certain level, right? He said double it. So for the next time we get together for the live, that's going to be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the Wednesday before Black Friday. Um, we're going to give away something a little bit bigger. Okay. Here's where I this is one of the places I need your help because I've just been freaking talking. It's shut up. Um, y'all drop in. Like I said, I'm going to read through all of these either later this evening or before the live next time. Drop in some good ideas for giveaways. I mean, I've got the Weaver catalog over there. I got a shop full of Weaver tools here. It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick something. Um, I know what I like and love and can't live without, but that's not necessarily the same for somebody in your shop, you know? So, hey, everybody, drop in a couple ideas that would be a good giveaway. And I know the 205, the 303, the Cub. I know I want to drop those in as well, but the big boss, he's not gonna like that at all, right? I don't even think I could sneak that one past them. Yeah. Yeah, they're on it. Anyway, love to do the big stuff. Um, but but something, in the I'd say maybe 100, maybe $150 retail range. That's kind of what we're looking for because I want to give away something good, something we can use, something we can really love in our shop and make great use of, something we don't have, but we've always wanted. There are things out there we're not going to spend our own money on. Okay. All right. So drop in some good ideas for a giveaway next time. Secondly, all right, I'm going to zip all the way down here. Um, I'm just seeing them fly by. Yeah, Jeremy Johnson, give away another sewing machine. Yeah, I wish. I want one. Yeah, right. I want one of those. Um, Jeremy Johnson, needles and thread. Great idea. You're exactly right. Um, Little wonder. Britt Peters. Yeah. Actually, I think probably now I don't know. I don't know what we're going to be doing for the big giveaway on Black Friday. Just stay tuned, right? On the website, wherever. Stay tuned because we're going to have some good giveaways. And I typically am surprised with what we give away. Sewing machines, right? There may be a Cub in there. There may be a 303. Um, TJ Dennis at Berry King Mall. I've got two sitting on my table. I walk right by them. Wouldn't think about that. Edgers, create. That's actually on my list. Oh, no. Treasure trove of great ideas. Okay, there's a second part to this before they gets away from me. There's a second part to this. Okay, on that Friday, Black Friday, I'm working on a video right now. We did one last year, a gift guide. This isn't for us. This is for those around us, spouses, friends, neighbors, loved ones that want to give us stuff, but they don't have any idea what to get us, right? It's a good query, right? It's a good question. Um, so I'm working on a video right now. I'm going to put up 8, maybe 10 things that us leather crafters would love from those around us. Things we wouldn't think about, things we would love to have, but we're not going to spend the money on ourselves. I'm bad about that. I really am. The money can go somewhere better than me, right? It's a problem. Anyway, um, y'all drop in some good ideas for gifts that you would like to receive from your family, from our spouses, from our friends. And I'm going to do a multi-tier, affordable. Well, I'm going to start with stocking stuffers and we're going to kind of work our way up affordable, useful, up to maybe a little more expensive, like the master tools, an English point, round end, oblong, um, things like that, not the things that are a big point to this is things that are not gonna break the bank, right? But there are things that we need, we use, maybe we don't ever think about getting. When we place an order at Weaver, hint, hint, right? Yeah. Anyway, when we place an order with Weaver, right, maybe it's something we just daubers, you know? I think that's one of the items in our stocking stuffers. Um, daubers, needles, thread. I'm trying to remember. Let's see, I've got it right here. Let's see, all right, stocking stuffers, stamp tools, edgers, rivets, deer lace, double-sided tape, daubers, under tools, leather gauge. That's a cool idea. Wooden strap cover, cutter, stitching pony, corner knives. I love those. I almost feel like I'm overselling those. I freaking love those. I just I think that's a game changer for us. I really do. Um, but okay, like for the newer folks, edger, groover, slicker, a good rotary punch that's not going to break the bank. And again, the punches, let's see, leathers, veg, of course, but affordable. So anyway, um, that's just the script that I'm working on right now. So drop in things like that. Help me out. Let's see if we can come up with a really good gift guide this year. Um, okay. Man, it's 3:51. Crap. Okay, let's do product of the week because um there's something here. There's a good trick or tip here for the new folks. In fact, we'll go over that because that won't take but a minute or two. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Excuse me. There we go. I know. My voice is typically a little bit rough on Wednesday evenings. Okay, so we're gonna combine craft fail. Technically, it's a shop fail because last night I'm sewing a product on the 303. I'm pulling out the thread. I go to snip the thread and I cut a chunk of finger off. A chunk. So, product of the week. These are great scissors. These are our leather scissors. Notice it's easy to determine which is which. Notice the inside red on these. That's the easy way to find which pair of scissors. But also, it's a long cut. That's a good long cut on this. These damn things are sharp. I mean, whoosh, didn't even feel it. And I mean, oh, does anybody do that? We get this like cut, and it's like, is it gonna bleed? Is it gonna bleed? Is it go? Oh, it's bleeding, right? Okay, if it's not gonna bleed, blah blah. Let's move on with our project. Yeah, crap. I'm not so much worried about me as getting blood on the project. We don't want that to happen. Yeah, right. So it's that little second of am I gonna bleed? Am I gonna bleed? Oh, then yeah, baby, it's gonna bleed. So on our way to the medicine cabinet with the band-aids and the antiseptic, whatever. Yeah, crap. Anyway, so my point is, great product of the week. Love these scissors. They're exceptionally sharp, long, and easy to work with. Here's a good point, okay? Now, that's all the scissors I have in my shop. I've got an array. I've got a variety. The point I'm going to make with this is that on my sewing machine, that's the pair of scissors I subconsciously go to every time because I love them. They're comfortable, they're sharp. Yeah. But also, let's don't forget the gingers because my wife was talking about this. She has a horse, grooms the horse with my gingers. Yeah, she sneaks them out because she knows how I feel about that. But she said, when I did that, she goes, oh, the other day, she said, luckily I had the snub nose because I'm trimming mane, went right through the edge of her finger. She said, I didn't even hear it or feel it. And the scissors, they did not. Okay, here's why the gingers, right? Good 8 to 9 ounce strap. Yeah, these will go through finger, bone. Let's don't even go there. But the gingers, nonetheless, they're a little expensive for us crafters, but again, those will cut through just about anything. So, product of the week, great scissors, and I can prove it. All right, so we got that knocked out. 354, we're ink. All right. One big point, and I want to make this for the new folks because we're seeing a lot of great new names come in. Um, y'all, let me take this time to say hello to you. Please forgive me for not being able to say hello to every name that pops up. I hate that. I hate that to my core, but it's just not possible. But love seeing y'all's name pop up. And you are always welcome here. Please jump in, be a part of us. Group of great people. Okay, so for the new folks, this we've done this once. We do this once about every 6 months, but it's a valid point because in the beginning, it tripped me up. It really tripped me up. Let's don't let that happen to you. Okay, bridle leather is not just for bridles. Strap leather, not just for straps. Holster leather, not just for holsters. Okay, that is simply a designation given to that type of tannage at the tannery that says, yes, this makes good holsters, but it also makes great pouches, belts, journal covers. It makes all kinds of that type of leather makes all kinds of great things. It's just there's a designation from the tannery that makes good holsters or good strap leather. With me, I like the Shaheen strap. That's my favorite leather. Well, Herman Oak and Shaheen, they are neck and neck. Both, if you ever work with these, you're going to be surprised at how well they stamp, mold, form, dye, top coat, antique, wet form. You'll be surprised. World of difference between that and our standard leathers. But the point here is pick up a piece of holster leather. You're going to love it. Now, all right, let's take that a step further. We've got time because this is going to keep you from getting tripped up. All right, there's a couple of leathers out there that aren't for us crafters. Okay, you'll see what I'm talking about. So, right here, this is a sole bend. All right, the bend, that's the part of leather. They'll take a side of a hide, they'll cut off the belly. That's a bend. That works best for belt makers because they can't use that belly. Well, then the tannery takes that belly, sells that to us very inexpensively, but it's great leather. Okay, we'll come back to that. Sole bend. That has got to be about a 14-ounce leather, and it is stiff as a board. If you're making shoes, boots, absolutely buy a sole bend. If you're a standard crafter like me, don't put the money into this because it's going to sit in your shop from here on out. Now, armor makers, well, maybe I've never used it. It's just simply, it's difficult to cut. It's difficult to cut. It's a very stiff, very thick piece of leather. We're making boots. We're making footwear. Absolutely. All right. So on the other end of that, for folks that are new, a belly, great cut of leather. This is tanned with the rest of the hide, but then it's stripped off. Again, like for the belt makers, they're not buying leather that they can't use. Okay. Bellies are a great way to go, both for new folks and for those of us with more experience. Here's why. All right, new folks, we're not going to worry about the cost of that leather. I drive a truck. This is going to cost about a quarter of a tank of gas nowadays. Okay. You're going to get a very big, very pretty piece of leather. There's going to be some rough marks on it, but right off the bat, notice the flesh side of that belly. You're not going to see that anywhere but Weaver. That is so very clean, smooth, tight. It's a quality piece of leather. The point there is let's don't, and I do this, we're not going to go into that old chestnut, but I do that. Let's don't not cut into our leather. Double negative, I know, my English, it good. I don't want us to hesitate to cut into a piece of leather because we're worried about messing it up and losing the money. Don't do that. Dive in and have a great time with it. Now, for those of us with a little more experience, great to have bellies because we have these in multiple weights. Here's where I'm going with that. So let's see. Right here. So let's say I make holsters. All right. I use 6 to 7 ounce on a holster for that much leather. That's it. I don't use it anywhere else. Well, I'm not going to spend the money to buy a side of a 6 to 7 ounce just so I can use one piece every 1 month for 25 years. That's go with a belly. We get a belly, we spend about $20. We've got that weight or more uncommon weights in our shop. Well, now that money is going to a good use. We haven't put the bank on. We haven't had to call Zurich, move some money around to buy right a piece of leather. So a belly, multiple weights that we don't commonly use, always nice to have in our shop. And in my opinion, we have some of the best bellies I've ever worked with. Same with our single shoulders. Okay, 359. Y'all, it has just gone so fast today, and it always does. It's an absolute pleasure to see your names pop up in your comments. I trust you. I will see every comment after the live today or before the beginning of the live next time. I will see every one of these. But another good point, I'm going to leave this open for a minute after we close out. If you've got something here that you wanted me to see and I didn't, drop it in. But also, let's see if I can find this. Now, if you want me to mention, do a shout out for somebody, birthday, some special has happened in somebody's life. They jumped into Leathercraft. Email me before the live so I can be prepared for this. I'm at supplyinfo@weaverleather.com. Just send us a quick email. Hey, it's so-and-so's birthday. I would be honored and happy to give somebody a shout out on their birthday. Um, One more. I know we're going over here. I kind of feel like I'm working into your time with this, but let's do this because we got to. Shout outs from the fan page. All right. If you're not familiar with this, Facebook, Chuck Dorsett fan page, jump over. You're going to see some gorgeous work. Oh, man. All right. So, Nathaniel Baker he restocks refrigerators. He's made a pair of fur-lined gloves. Now, he's worked on these. It's taken him a few steps to get them to where they are, but they look good and talk about using our craft to help us out. That is a good call. Nathaniel, good work on the gloves. David Smout has gone to a lot of trouble to make a very unique Harley tank cover, and it's beautiful. Done a good job on that. John Romanoff, it's got a buttstock cover, and it looks good. Very clean work. It's beautiful. Tony C, working on it and just doing a great job there. I've never made a pair of shoes, and you've actually done an excellent job on those. Let's see. Tom Lechner. I hope I am saying that correctly, Tom. Please forgive me if I'm not, but you're doing some beautiful work, y'all. Absolutely. Thanks for all the posts on the fan page. What a great group of people. I'm honored to be a part of y'all. I really am. And I so wish I could meet every person here face to face. Maybe one day. Maybe one day, through some miracle, we can make that happen. And I will keep my fingers crossed. Y'all, we're going to wrap it up here. But like I say, when we're leaving a family reunion or whatever, it's bye, y'all. It takes 20 minutes to get out the door, which is good. That's a good thing, right? But nonetheless, we're going to wrap it up here. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We're going to have a great giveaway next time. Maybe we'll do 2. Let me see how far I can push the envelope with the boss, right? Let me see how far I can push that envelope. But we're going to wrap it up. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope y'all feel the same way. I hope it's fun, and I hope it's interesting. And we're going to look forward to doing this again in 2 weeks. Bless your heart, y'all. Thank you for these. Job security on my end, and thank you for that. All right, so y'all, all right, well, good luck with your projects. Got to go there, right? So everybody have a great evening. Have a great second half of your week, a great weekend. I hope you got something great, something fun on your work table. Make something beautiful. Absolutely. And then give it to somebody that deserves it. Yeah, that's the best part about our craft. All right, so we'll see you in 2 weeks, and I hope it's a good one then as well. Love y'all. Bye.